your patient who received the treatment for hyperpigmentation, bodybuilder,
Correct.
things like that. So segueing from, inclusivity, maybe we can talk about this affordability that you feel is so important for
It
your
is.
patients.
Yes. So we started in our practice a membership for people who have um, issues that have to come in often. So, with the Neo Clear, as you know, you need those first 4 treatments every week. So
Mm,
right away, who can afford, anywhere $400 a pop every week for 4 weeks? And then even if you do a package deal, you're looking at like 350 a pop, somewhere
right.
around there is the average. Still not affordable, especially when you're like, how am I going to pay rent? Or, oh, I was just laid off because of COVID. So we started a monthly membership where they can break it up through the whole year. So you can't cancel it. It's a 12-month because that's like your payments for those first 4 broken up over a year. But it includes like the chemical peels that we're going to
Mm,
do, usually a lactic if it's,
nice.
trying to even. So it includes all the services that they're going to need. And it also, we like to incorporate supplements with it. So,
Ooh,
yes, we've got a couple things that we like to work with the NeoClear. So we started carrying Jane Iredell for the AccuMax because it's a natural way proven, but to prove that the results are proven or clinically proven to work better than Accutane. So we can give them an all natural AccuMax along with doing the NeoClear. So we give them a
wow.
discount on those products along with the monthly fee for a year for the laser. So that way,
Nice.
they might not need a laser in month 5 or month 6, but they'll get a chemical peel or they'll get
Mm,
a facial with extractions or, they'll get something that they need. And then if they want to do other services in our practice, they get deep discounts. For being
nice.
loyal, we want to reward them. So that membership has made we have one called the acne membership. We have one for hyperpigmentation. We have a general one that our
Oh,
gold membership that just if they want hair removal or they want neo skin or neo like they can change up, they just get a certain percentage off each treatment, but it makes it so affordable.
amazing. So you have this like VIP tier system.
Exactly.
Really
Exactly.
cool. I hear a
Yeah.
lot of practitioners doing that these days.
It's loyalty too because you
Yes.
don't want them if you're getting them on a regimen and you know what you're doing with them and then they run somewhere else and get this because of a Groupon or because of something else, it's going to be counterproductive because you
Right.
don't know, they don't know what you're using, you don't know what they're trying to do. Um, so this way, if they get discounts on the other services, and they're not huge discounts, but they're enough to make them want to come, they need something, they're going to come to you. They need a
Right.
product, they get 10 or 15% off the products because they're doing this laser package. So, and then the months they don't come, you still have residual income coming in because they're still paying off those first 4 lasers they did. Or so it's kind of a win-win for everybody.
Yes.
Um, it's just worked well for us.
Right. And you could,
Um,
like, as you mentioned, you could really control the compliance and
correct.
get those great
Correct.
results and get that word of mouth to spread because, they're so
Correct.
happy, but you've really been controlling the process and the
Correct.
regimen to ensure, that they're satisfied.
Correct. And we get to um, see where they're at and everything to get the results we want. So, that's the beauty with Aerolase because it's got your ranges of what we can do and it gives us flexibility with staying in protocol. So we see those results. And after so many treatments, if they're doing it every 4 weeks or so, they can tolerate more. So we can kick it up a notch. Um, but just having that 6 millimeter filter for the
Oh,
Fitzpatrick 5 and 6, it's game changer. It's worth every penny to not
amazing.
have to say, sorry, we can't treat you.
Right. And it's like, it must be so cool introducing it to people who are skin of color, right? Or Fitzpatrick's, any
Yes.
Hispanic,
Fitzpatrick
Latino,
4, 5,
Asian,
6,
yeah.
right? Yeah. It's
Just
so nice.
right. It's a relief. It's like really exciting to
It
share
is.
this really cool development in skincare and something that they never heard about. So
Yeah.
yay, I'm so happy that, you know, you feel like that your Aerolase Neo is, as you mentioned to me, freedom, flexibility, natural, holistic, all services for all people. I really like
Right.
that. Um, and then it's really the inclusive laser. So
Right.
it's perfect. It's a perfect segue into, you know, just capping this off. And how is owning Aerolase device helping with your future business endeavors
Okay.
first, such as perhaps franchising, which is really exciting,
Right. Yes.
but also just expanding your patient services in general for
Right.
maybe more businesses that do come up down the line.
Right. So right now, during COVID, so many people in this industry, not necessarily the medical industry, but the spa industry. So a lot of estheticians either
Mm-hmm.
lost their jobs or they were independent, had their own little studio, and now they can no longer pay rent. So um, seeing that happen just kind of broke our hearts for the industry because that's not helping our industry. Um, so something fell into my lap. I would say it was mid-June, and it was an opportunity I couldn't pass up. And we opened a second location about
Wow.
a half an hour away from our first location. And who's opening up a second location during COVID, right? Like who's, and I'm telling you, when I put the jobs out there, within 30 minutes, I had 26 estheticians apply for the two
Amazing.
positions. And in fact, I just saw them log on. So hi new estheticians.
Bye.
But it's we're trying to create jobs for people and keep this industry going strong because when everyone starts to come back, some of these people have nowhere to go right now, and especially when you're doing laser hair removal and you need those increments to be 4 weeks or 6 weeks or 5 weeks depending on where you are. um, it really has made such a difference that they can still get that service during these times. um, so that being said, opening a second location with Aerolase being so portable, it was crazy. We just take 2 days a week. We bring the laser to the other practice, and we now service two locations with one laser. Hopefully, in the future, we'll get a second one, but first, we want to get the Era because we want to resurface. So, our next
Oh,
one
I
will be
didn't
the
even know
Era.
that. Oh,
Yeah, that will be
okay.
our next one. So then we
Exciting.
can, just bring one laser's at one place, we
Yep.
can switch them back and forth. They're so easy. Which brings us segue into we had the opportunity about almost 2 years ago now. We were approached, my business partner and I, by a company that franchises a lot of big corporations and a lot of hotel chains and
Mm.
phone companies, things like that. So we talked with them, and they were looking at like four of us, four different med spas, I believe. And they loved our website, they loved our branding, they loved what we were about. So they ended up going with us. And it took us about, I would say, just over a year to get all your protocols, your spa operating procedures, your everything in place, and then go get your federal documents and disclosures done and get everything filed with the state. And we literally got our letter from the Secretary of the State in North Carolina back 2 weeks before they shut us down for COVID. So, but
How does that even happen? Like, ugh.
we were so excited. We got this piece of paper from the state in our hands, and then they shut us down for COVID. But we're like, okay, well, we'll open again, and then we'll just hit the
Right.
ground running. So it gives either a doctor or a nurse practitioner or a physician's assistant who wants to open a med spa, or maybe a doctor who wants to open a med spa on the side from their practice, to have a cookie cutter med spa open up. So with our name and our branding, and if they want to have a laser, they have to have the Aerolase laser. If they want to have products, they have to have the products
Oh,
we carry.
yeah.
So we're in control of our branding, but the benefit for them, and it's a very small price for a franchise compared to what most things are, um, you're paying for all of the mistakes we've made, and we're telling you
Oh, right.
we're doing it all. We're coming in, we're training your people, we're giving you all the operating procedures, all the protocols,
Mm-hmm.
everything that we do, the memberships that have worked for us, and you get to kind of go right in, with no worries about it, with a cookie cutter practice.
That is so cool. I'm so excited for you. And I'm so
Thank
happy
you.
that you felt like your Neo Elite is one of the reasons you could be able to franchise, and that you
Yes.
would feel so confident in an opportunity like this, and you would feel like you would succeed. It's the other ones have been succeeding. Come on board with us. We have everything that you need, including this
Right.
fabulous laser device, all skin
Right.
types, all communities, very inclusive, and you will succeed as well.
Right. Because no matter what community you're in, we can service all Fitzpatricks, 1 through
Amazing.
6. Yeah.
Amazing. Wow. So, I'm really excited that we have people like you on board our team,
Thank
because
you.
when we talked on the phone at first, I knew that your passion was there and that you were just so excited about the treatments, but also for different reasons too, because I talked to a lot of people, and there's the common theme all the time, which is inclusivity and all skin types,
Right.
and never turning a patient away, but also providing something that rewards them, but also rewards you for your investment.
Right.
And, even maybe you could start a franchise from being so
Right.
successful. Not saying that, Aerolase,
Right. But it makes
it
it
makes it
doable.
right. It makes the
Yeah.
success make sense and why it is
Yeah.
possible. That adult acne is like, I can't believe that was really like one of the pushes for you, because the influx of people coming into you for that adult acne,
Yeah.
it's so unfortunate. It's like,
Especially people who didn't have any acne when they were a
oh,
teenager,
right,
and now
right.
suddenly they're like, "Oh my gosh, how do I deal with this? Like, I don't even know what to do with and they change their diet, they're exercising, they're drinking more water because they're like, "What am I doing?" And you're like, "You're stressed. It's
Mm-hmm.
hormones." It
Right.
so like that's called a job. So we try to talk them off the ledge, and we're like, "Okay, those things are helping, but you need to take these supplements, you need to use this laser, we can get it gone."
Would you say that is really one of those superior results and treatments that you provide to your patients?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That and melasma, because
Oh, yeah.
there's just nothing else out there that, because it fires so fast, there is no heat at all on their skin.
Mm-hmm.
So 10 years from now, we're not making it worse. They're not going to
Right.
come back with like a black spot on their face because we treated it with heat.
Right.
So
Right.
that's the big thing. I would say acne, teenage and adult, we get both.
Mm.
And then the melasma, it's just life changing for those things. Like, yes, there are tons of lasers out there you can do hair removal, but not on a Fitzpatrick 5 or 6.
Right.
So, best of both worlds. We can treat these little things. And then if they do need resurfacing, eventually we'll get the Era. But right now, our medical director, she has a resurfacing laser, so we can send them over to our other practice.
Right.
Like we
Right.
just
Right.
back and forth. If it's just acne, or they send them to us. If it's something that, scarring, something a lot more serious, we will send them to our medical director.
But they could be combined together as well,
They
too.
always,
Yeah.
always.
Right. 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 Rudy, he says, my teens love Neo treatments because it's quick and pain-free. Absolutely.
And thank you, Rudy, because you're the reason we have an Aerolase. So
And he's the reason why we're doing this Aerolase chat today.
he is the reason. So
Love
thank
that.
you, Rudy.
Thank you, Rudy. Thank you, Rudy. Let's see if there's any more questions. Krista's here. Hi, Krista Scott. Yeah. All right, cool. So I think we should just cap it off. If there's anything you'd want to say right now to people who are watching, who, maybe you're considering the Neo, or, maybe never even heard about it, why should they go ahead and make an investment in the device? Like, what was it for you, and what is it that they need to know?
So if somebody were to call me right now and say, listen, I saw that, I would say just call and have them demo it for you, because once you see the demo and you literally see what it does right then, with spider veins instantly gone, cherry angiomas instantly gone, you can see the skin tightening. It's not a huge difference that first time, but you see the difference. And then when you see how easy this laser is, it's almost like laser for dummies. You know, like it's, you cannot screw it up.
Right.
It just really is that simple. So, I think that makes our medical director feel so comfortable with us running it after she gives us a protocol, because it's just so easy.
Right.
And the results are amazing. So what I would say to them is call and get a demo. It's going to cost you nothing, but you can see it yourself. You can feel it. You can see how portable it is. And then you could go ahead and call the bank because you're going to want to buy it. So,
hello, bank. I just made a decision. I need a laser for my business.
We need a mortgage. So, and you know what?
The mortgage that makes you money.
It does, because like they see, I mean, you have collateral for the laser for it, so they don't care. It's no skin off their neck. And like I said, even during these slow times, I was telling Rudy earlier, you know, you're hitting some slow times right now. We came back with a bang, and then it slowed down, and it slowed down right before. We have never struggled to make our laser payment. There might be months where we just barely go over that, but we've never worried. And we're a pretty new practice, and like I said, we don't advertise. We have no signage. So we have never worried about making a payment.
Right.
It's kind of one of those no-brainer investments. And if it's a doctor's practice where there's people, like, you know, 30 patients a day, because they have all kinds of people in there working, maybe nurse injectors and estheticians. So you've got 60, 70 people coming in the door a day. I mean, it's a no-brainer. You're good.
Amazing.
It's just a moneymaker. It just really is. Oh, and that's what we didn't touch is there's no consumables except for a $5 filter. So like you're not like turning around and you're like, shoot, I've been using it for 3 months. Here comes a $5,000 bill to, you know, fix. Nope, you have a $5 filter that you change like every day or so.
Thank you for sharing that. That's actually really important. You know,
it is really important.
If people are worried about their bottom line right now, but they do want to invest in a piece of equipment, why are you going to go run to a company that, you know, has those really pricey consumables?
You only have so many fires. And you're counting, we have 100 things left. I need to order a $5,000 piece, you know. So
I don't even know what that means. That doesn't make sense.
You shouldn't need to. Not in this day and age. Why would you do that? Why? We don't need a special outlet. We don't need, it's just, you know, it just works.
The list goes on. And, you know, this is coming from who's ever watching, someone who is a seasoned professional, is successful, seen a lot of devices out there, experienced a lot of doing the treatments and things like that. And you are just so Team Aerolase. I'm so happy to have you on board.